Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ enjoy. Until I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
He gave you dollars, pounds, naira. Kí lẹ fi ṣe? Kí lẹ fi ṣe? The moment we mention your name, your gullible followers will start insulting us. We now go insult tire. We will hold you accountable for the role you played, Joseph Aloba. When did blessing call you? When did blessing call you? When did Prime Boy call you? We will match all the timeline so that we can get somewhere. Why did you suddenly say Mohbad died on Monday? What happened to your Tuesday narrative? Are you not the father of the victim? Are you not the father of the victim? When you went on the Rise TV, what did that boy tell you, that young man, that journalist? He asked you point blank. Well, when it was even that other guy now, what's that lawyer? Please mention his name, commenters. He asked you. About you. He asked you, who have you sued? Obini. That question shocked you. That let you sue because any normal person would have asked that same question. Baba, knowing that people were in the house, knowing that his girlfriend was there, knowing that your own second son was there, knowing that your wife's younger brother was there, who have you sued? Abati asked you on national TV. And Kalolo, you were stammering.
And also, Paparano mentioned something yesterday night. Some of the reasons I know that Jebi Kayefi for me. Baba has never come out to say Wunmi ló pa Mohbad say.
He said he's not protecting anybody.
Now, why táwọn èèyàn àwọn tó lọ ń gbé black card ṣe sọ pé Wunmi ló pa Mohbad up and down. Baba ò gbé black card rí kó front the protest, but àwọn èèyàn ló ń bá wọn ṣe. If truly Baba actually see, I want you to understand something. For those of you that are here, listening or gathering information for Baba and your people. See, we are neutral here, and we will touch every stones, right? Yes. We don't do biasness here. We don't go one corner. We go talk them as a B. Ask yourself, why do I have to go to prison for a man who has been very careful? He's been very, very careful not to, takpa sofi, but when you are doing it, he's stylishly happy. But when the problem comes, you're on your own. Where is Shamsudam today? That guy, the brother guy to Shamsudam want to go to court. Shamsudam want to go to court.
Prison.
On a low key, what if it's prison, father? And apparently, the guy will be staying here for 50 years imprisonment. Now, Baba Alpha.
Judge, you'll be 50 years.
Baba, sorry, man. 50 years, nobody want.
Oh, God, use your laughing button now. Share button will laugh for years.
That's true now. I mean, I got such a meaning. Because that guy came out inside market, as if say he was there when the whole crime was happening. He was there, he was shouting. And I'm thinking, what in this Lagos, don't let be here anytime. But now look at what is going on now. Should be today now, they are celebrating Mr. Gorexi. Happy birthday to him. Long life and prosperity. But where is Shamsudam today? Think and be wise. Mohbad has never come out to accuse Wunmi. Baba has never come out to accuse Wunmi. But you coming out boldly to be saying Wunmi ló pa Mohbad. You gotta be very careful. Good develop.
You make valid points.
Even as a matter of fact, can any of them put placard in the hand of their children to go to the street there and be abusing people for no reason? In fact, even Yeti 70, all those people, most of them, they are elderly people that support the Bible, all those old, foolish platforms. They have children in Nigeria. They have brothers in Nigeria. Can they put money into their brother's hands, give them placard to go and be abusing people? They know the consequences. They know it. And they see this young man going astray, doing the wrong thing. They can't call into caution. Not even Aloba will do that nonsense. Very foolish people.
Lie. At the moment you mentioned Joseph Aloba, oh God. Oh, I'm telling you people, if you are ready to give blame to Iya Adura, be ready to give blame to Joseph Aloba. And one for Kaluku, their measure. They play different role in this saga. So apportion their blame to them.
I wanted to say something about that homicide stuff. Like I didn't, all these guys, they were unable to even make me finish it. And I also, wait, Susie, are you there? Is Susie there?
I'm here.
Okay. Are they verse for you? Are they verse for you, Wella? I know they understand you. You be friend with these people where they go the platform where until they abuse them, abuse their children, their generation. I mean, you know, see the way that Papa boy turned to bush boy, they abuse people. And someone like that, I don't know what you are doing around him, around someone like that.
Yeah,
if it was you, would you like to be in such position where they will be abusing you like that and your family? Or what do you what is interesting about such boy? What do you find interesting in such boy, such bush boy?
Papa Riano, you can't vex for me on that one. You see me here, I'm for justice.
It's not that you can't vex for you. You have to use your eyes to see what is happening on TikTok. You met us here. You should open your eyes and see what is happening. Respect yourself. It's reciprocal. Not until they begin to bash you now, and then some people will begin to defend you. You're gonna be tired. I beg. Anyway, that one is over. That one is off. Do whatever you want to do, but I will just be here to see this nonsense happening to a lot of you guys. Use your common sense. Watch, see, you see everybody what they are doing, and you know where you stand. Are you happy with the way everything is going on this way? All those kids, they have nothing to show. They're all claiming they're hiding under Aloba. Tell me one thing that is fascinating about Aloba. If Aloba had listened, won't we have crossed this place where we are today? They are so slow and so backward. When I even see some of you going around to damn people like that, I doubt you guys thinking capacity. You guys should stop that nonsense. If they want to be in the gutters, let them be there. You don't match up with people like that. Let them rot in there in the gutter. I mean, do they stop you from living your life or doing things you have to do? I mean, achieving your own goals. Please, you guys should know where you are invited and where you're not invited, and stay away from those people. Even the person won't even go platform, go analyze, go talk, na bush boy, na person go say, "One sit down there, go the wait till you want talk." Picking where they say you carry African TV matter, come put them for it. Now yeah, African TV they begin fighting themselves. There is nothing good about that boy. That boy, I go break that boy papa head. Anyway, let me not change the topic of this conversation. So as I was saying, Crunchy Queen earlier, no, it's okay, Susie. I'm done with that one. I'll just tell you, can do whatever you want to do. So this case of this homicide, Rich Grace read something the other time. She said, because she was there in the inquest. May I read it on Punch, that in the inquest, the coroner ruled out homicide and ruled out foul play. That is a big insult. A very big insult. The protest should have started right in front of that coroner. And you will see what happened. Shitu. Praising that result. That is, it was the best result. Like, I mean, just imagine. Is it that these people, they are dumb or what? They ruled out homicide case in a very glaring thing. At least put it on the nose for a potential civil case in the future. But them removing homicide, you can't even charge that nurse right now for any serious crime. Because they're only punishing the nurse for not taking prescription under a doctor before going there to treat. That's what they are punishing her. That she should have taken prescription from a doctor.
Let me ask you a question. In line with what you just said, if the coroner magistrate threw out homicide, I'm going to ask you a direct question. Did Baba at any point in time report homicide?
No, wait, in a criminal case, it is not up to what you report. You report any crime. You report a crime. It is the investigation that will determine that to establish whether there exists a homicide or not. It doesn't matter when you report. Just reporting a crime is just like as small as you just informing the police, and this is what we see, this is what we need to, in whatever way that you can, right? And then the investigation will now set up. The fact that there was an investigation, it doesn't have to even be Mohbad. It can be anybody. In fact, about 2-3 people called on the chief coroner. It's our duty as citizens to call on the coroners. Hey, there's a death body here. Section 48 and 24 of the coroner law says if there's any suspicious death, anywhere in the house, on the road, accident, in an accident, you call the police or you call the coroner. The coroner public number is public. The police number is public. It doesn't function all the time like America, but it's public. It's something that's still supposed to be aware of. Practice as you just inform them. When you inform them, they take over. But now where I have issue is this. In the process of investigation, we already know that these people are corrupted. So we expected to do our own investigation, which we will now establish as the fact. If their own investigation can show inconclusive, can show nothing, how about our own investigation? We too were part of the corona now. But Mohbad was part of the corona. That is where you get all the privileges to be part of the investigation. The investigation that they all went through, right? What special did any one of them bring to the table that will convince the magistrate to prove a homicide case? Are they being the toxicology and autopsy of Mohbad brought something like Mohbad died through poisoning? Now the coroner will not say that she doesn't have results to work with, she doesn't have information to work with, right? Because there's an evidence that there's a possible homicide case here. So and that will help her in her conclusion. But in this case, during the corona, these people we didn't do much investigation. San Francisco supposed to even call for forensic in that particular corona. He can call for it. Forensic is part of investigation. Not only police does it. The magistrate can subpoena every that estate to provide every information they have about Mohbad, whatever information they have about Mohbad, to bring it. But these guys, they were just there, Let me change the network. 1 minute. Can you guys hear me?
Mohbad had the financial resources to do all these things. Joseph Aloba had the financial resources to do all these things.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Exactly now. Yes. So that is you understand. So like as we speak right now.
Your network is bad, Papariano.
Because I had this people have never barrister as a professor. Get something. We argued about the loss, me and the professor. Me, I don't look face when they argue. Now knowledge that they argue. I told him, I said, come, this nurse has confessed that he is the one that by Mohbad. Okay, no, that is what it was her injection. She injected Mohbad. The man now asked me, is physical proof of what she did about the case. There is no case on her. Then I came back and said, hey, so this is the game of inconclusive.
We lost you there. We didn't hear you. Your network is bad. We didn't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah, so repeat that part. We lost you.
Okay, let me change my network. Let me change my network.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now? Like this, I think it's changing. It's changing. Hello, can you guys hear me now? Hello.
Okay, it's a bit better now.
Hello,
so you see that part. We lost you there.
Put the part of you and professor.
Your discussion with the professor, we lost you there.
All right, yes. So what happened is that, right, I don't want to give much about him because it's somebody that you guys may be seeing in the future. I don't like people of such caliber, they don't like being discussed or being talked about because they're also in the force, right? So the thing is this, right, I had this debate. Like when me, I'm very stubborn when I debate. I always think I'm right when I debate so that I will get a very strong conviction in order for me to leave my position. For somebody to convince me is not easy, okay? But in this particular conversation, like at some point, I just felt defeated because it was like I was arguing from the standpoint of the fact that the nurse has confessed, which her personal confession should be able to work against her. But I was told that this nurse has a right to defense, has a right to lawyer. No lawyer will accuse their client of committing a crime. They will, in fact, do everything possible. They will use every possible alternative to set free, if possible, their client. And now, the man established a point that there is one good defense for the nurse. The autopsies and the toxicologists were all inconclusive. It will not have been what injected Mohbad that killed Mohbad.
Yep.
So Mohbad death remained inconclusive. We can't put it on anybody. The man argued on the other side.
100%.
I was stopped. I have to look at myself. I don't tell me this. I don't want this to leave this place. I beg, make a call. They go. I beg. Because he's a barrister. So he said, make a pick one side, make it a pick one side. Okay, argue. I said, I go defend no. So, and at the end of the day, it gave me some few points. And I came back to the coroner. I said, what? No wonder Samshitu was saying the magistrate is perfect. That the thesis is unprecedented, never seen before. You see, this is a good. They would have negotiated on the notes that come. We are not putting this on you. Just accept that you did it. Mo could just cross this stage. From the next stage, you will see that it will never be on you. Nobody want to bear that such record that I fight somebody now. So this is the game here. When you read, when I go live maybe tomorrow, I don't think I'll go live today because it's already here. So I put it out this morning. Anytime anybody have chance, just go to Punch, read Mohbad. My second account don't drop. Okay, no, the 2 days. So read Mohbad autopsy result, Punch. Just put it there and check the last result. It clearly stated that the nurse was held for gross negligence of not taking a doctor's prescription. Though a homicide case was ruled, foul play was ruled in Mohbad's death, was overruled. That is, they didn't detect anything foul play. They didn't detect anything foul play. That word. In fact, video I'm gonna never even open. I make even see this kind of things with the scene. Now feel a minority of us they see this game where these people they play against us. Before others go see it don't too late. I always cry as early as possible whenever I see these people playing nonsense game. And our people they are just so backward and so low. And you will see these ones who even live abroad supporting evil. Look at that time, that last year October, when me and Confi was on my platform. I said, Confi, the result of the corona is already of the autopsy is already out, right? Why is Baba Mohbad? Because when you are fighting against the state, the government, you have to fight with the masses. You have to always come and bring everything you have to the public so that they are treating you. Cry the earlier you cry. Don't wait until it is too late when you cannot reverse things back. That's what I say you cannot do underground in a case like this. The government are the best secretive agents. You cannot be secretive more than the government. In whatever secret you think you have, they are there. So don't go secret with them. Bring it public. Let the whole public use their emotion, use everything to reason the matter, just like what VDM is doing. VDM is bringing everything he has to the public. If this is there with these particular guys now, they go keep them for somewhere. Keep them for underground, destroy them for underground there. When you bring information out, you sensitize the public. The public is the fourth arm of the government. If the president says things must go this way, the only person that can challenge that is the whole masses. If the whole masses wake up and they mean it and they are determined, do you know what they call the fourth arm of the government? The people. Especially when they are all convinced that they are being cheated, that something is bad. The state is in chaos. And that is the only way you can have maybe foreign intervention, ECOWAS, or maybe other countries that, hey, what is happening in that country? Then they will now come in for rescue. Do you understand that? If you really want to fight for justice, justice It's not a small fight, not something you fight in one corner. You don't. Baba said he opened WhatsApp group in one corner. He want to make people jealous. Hey, you come and join. Can you imagine? Look at this is an embarrassment. All of every one of us who is learning, who's been in this case. This is an insult. To go do what in such place? To go do what? What do we want to go and say there? All of them in that group. What is one good thing they have ever come out with as a suggestion? No, nothing. You understand? So, this was also pathetic, and there are other arguments that this man made, and then he said something. I don't want to say those things because some of those things I will just discourage. I don't like to say those things, but I was whelmed, you know. I went into some areas of this case that I just heard some certain things, and I just feel bad because I saw all these things playing out and coming. I told Kofi last year, October, I said, the result is out.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
I don't want to emphasize on that. I said the result is already out. It's already in the hands of Baba Mohbad doctor. Let him, because even if the doctor seal the result in the envelope, the doctor cannot hide the result from his client. Right? For me, if the doctor is my doctor, if the pathology is my pathology, we will gossip about the result. Baba, share good news to high bill. Doctor can't tell me that, he won't tell me that. I will ask you, doctor, like, hey, how far? Share good news because people now pay for this thing. No, hi, they be. I want to have information first. You don't have to tear the envelope. Shebi na the doctor na do amabe. He know what he do. So just tell me, oh, it's a good news. Listen, let's be praying. You know, hey. I'm okay with that. And then when the time comes, October, inquest resume February this year. Can you say minimum 5 month gap?
Wow.
I say make on check this result so that at that October, had they been the man give negative result, I swear we will go and do another one again. They now waited. They acted like they can't show Baba, and they all know underground. They all know maybe that result drug poison. For them to say organophosphate on Mohbad's body, that result would have been that poison. And Wunmi quickly came out to say, Baba Mohbad, when he knew that it was Adra that cooked the Indomie. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to see Mark on Mohbad, but the Indomie, that Indomie that they mentioned from the beginning of this case, one day you will hear something about that Indomie. Whenever you hear food, whenever they mention food, right, regarding people's deaths, it's a substance. Here you get. I felt pain. I felt like I'm the father of Mohbad. I am burned inside me. And I will see them coming and dancing on platforms. If Mohbad was Sanchito's son, is this how Sanchito will go about this case? Or any of these people, if Mohbad was their son or brother? And they start making everything look like joke. When you talk about Baba Mohbad, you tell him what to do. Baba Mohbad is not in his right senses. Okay? The man who lost his son, fine, is not in his right senses. So, expect him to make so many errors, make mistakes, but he has to listen. And you guys that are beside him, you have to guide him. Don't leave him like that. But the point where the man doesn't take advice, where the man doesn't want to hear anything, and you guys, you say the man knows everything. On one hand, you will say the man should do whatever he wants to do. But when the result comes out bad, and we hold him responsible, you will be angry that why we hold him responsible that doesn't know nothing. Someone doesn't know nothing, who doesn't take advice, and you say we shouldn't hold them responsible. What are you saying? Are we here to play? So all these things are noise. All right? And now at the end of the day, if they are charging this nurse for negligent, then they are negligent. Negligent can go as far as anything. It can be minor, it can be high. The negligence of the nurse that, oh, you forget to take permission from the doctor before going to treat somebody. And me, I'm asking, this nurse has confessed that it was when she injected Mohbad. It was when she injected Mohbad that Mohbad started convulsing. So the prosecutor, the prosecutor was on our side. Or we have like a fiat. We could have been arguing that you have already accepted. I put it to you. Mohbad was fine, healthy. If I'm a prosecutor, I will say, nurse, I put it to you. When you get to that house, Mohbad was healthy, fine, was about to go to his shoe. There was nothing wrong with him. There was nothing that needed quick medical response. I'll put it to her. I want her to now tell me that Mohbad was fine when she got there. Then when she dated Mohbad was no longer fine. Then I'll be hold her responsible. If I enter your house now, your son is good, is doing very well, and I inject your son, and your son stop doing very well, who are you all? Huh? She will accept. It's gone. But you know what happened here? It is the police and the Ministry of Justice under the DPP. They are the one that decides what crime you have committed. And their decision now is that the crime they not committed is negligent of not taking prescription from the doctor, not negligent of as a result of their injection, Mohbad died, not negligence of manslaughter. I hope we are able to understand these games. Me, I can clearly see what they are doing, but most of us, people, they don't see. They are just there waiting for whatever lawyer tells them. Papariano came out. I was quoting on section 211. At the end of the day, Sanshito he fall under that section. He fall under the section of I have been calling us, dragging our ear. They said I'm reading Google. Reading Google and getting results is not better than reading nothing. It's not better than reading nothing. I'm reading and I'm getting results.
Papariano, slow down. You are on point.
Just continue, make I go check what they do. Just come on and not enjoy show.
You the game plan. Arifa, I salute you, brother.
Sorry, Country Queen, I want to ask Papariano a question. Papariano said unless they can prove that Mohbad was fine before they gave him the injection. But according to me and everybody in the house, they kept saying Mohbad was fine. Mohbad was fine. So, where do we put that one? Because the nurse was the only one that said Mohbad was not fine. But the rest of the house were saying Mohbad was fine.
Let me make you understand. Let me help you understand how the court works.
Why calling us?
See, all this one you're asking right now, Adebi, you were the lawyer that wanted to nail in court. There are two things that happen. One lawyer is trying to defend the suspect, while another lawyer is trying to say that you did it, and then the judge will be watching. We see which one have strong reason. So now it means that lawyer who want to nail you that you did it, you did this, you did that. If the lawyer doesn't nail you, right, the other defender will win. So in this particular case now, the right person that represents every Nigerian, every Lagosian in a criminal case is the government. And the government decision right now is that they are not holding the nurse responsible for anything big. They are just holding her responsible. When they go to court now, they'll be like nailing her. You know, it was a malpractice. You were supposed to, you were supposed to be a registered nurse. You were supposed to give medication under the nurse prescription. You failed to do that. And because of that reason, you have committed a crime. And I want my Lord to convict her of that crime. They are not making it big like, I think it was me and you that is here right now. We know what question to ask that nurse to put her in trouble before the judge. So all that matters.
What you are trying to tell me now is like they didn't fight it out in the inquest. Like all this thing that everybody was saying, if they have fought it out with the whoever is in the house voice, play their voice and say, why do you say the nurse the Mohbad is not feeling fine? But the wife, if they have fought it out in the inquest, maybe it would have been better, right?
Yes, that would have given the magistrate more reasons. You know, and also, even if they fight it out there and the magistrate did not do much, our son should not be supporting the result of that magistrate. Sometimes they can cheat you, but you disagree, show that you were cheated. Don't make it look like everything is fine. The man said everything is fine now. That's why we're having issue. You now, knowing fully that they cannot give you fiat. Because the government is already taking the case, the DPP, a DPP has already been assigned to Mohbad to the case of the no suspended. They're not giving you fiat. And tell me how they will even give you fiat, Baba Mohbad, when you sue Attorney General. So you will go back to Attorney General and look his face and ask him for fiat, which is you can only get fiat through the power of the Attorney General of any state, of every state in Nigeria. Now that you are in Lagos, how do you want to go? I mean, would you sue?
Okay, Papariano, but I heard you have it. We, the people, season. I thought we have the. If they really want to do the case, I think if they want to get to the root of the bottom, why can't they just sue the Attorney General to the of Lagos State to Abuja State? You know the Attorney General.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do
Why?
that.
Is that the law? Is that the
Yes, that's
constitution
the
of
law.
Nigeria? Because if Nigerian constitution is following the American law constitution that they say they follow, we can sue our Attorney General to come and answer
On
the
what ground?
question.
It depends on what ground. On what ground?
On the ground that they didn't do a good investigation on this case. Let me tell you, why are they hiding the full forensics and not
There
telling
are,
that
there,
they
are,
need to
there, are, there, are, there are bodies. There are bodies that regulate police, like Police Service Commission. You can appeal to them. Those bodies will look into the thing, and they decide. But again, don't forget that all investigation is done by the Nigerian police. They are the only authorized body that can investigate a crime. So now let us say that the number one police, the IG, right, that is a chairman of the police commission, and that is also the Inspector General of the Nigerian police that gives order. Let's say he has given order that this is how this case should go, whatever, or they deliver to his table, and he supports something. Do you think they can go against his position? We should be asking ourselves, how much deep is Mohbad case? Are there some really tough, powerful people in the government parastatus or whatever body of the government that are hindering this, or it is as simple as we think? Because if it is deep, go to Abuja, you only meet one man there, the IG. And if IG is not on our side, not on your side, how can you get investigation now? Even if you bring a video today, how Mohbad is fight. If you bring a video today, how Mohbad is fight, it can be called AI or anything until the Nigerian police authenticate it.
I think we can appeal the decision of the police. They are the police, they are the lawmakers. We the citizen, we can disagree with them because everything is clear on our faces. So the question we should ask, we can take it all the way to Supreme Court. You understand that, hey, the way the entity of Nigerian Police Force has handled this case, we, the public and the citizen of Nigeria, we are not okay with it. There are so much evidence outside there and they refuse to look into the evidence. What is the reason why? What is their plan? Why? They refuse to attend to all this evidence out there. So I think we can go for that.
Soprano, before you answer, let me say this. Okay. Since Baba Mohbad came out with that June publication saying Mohbad died on Monday, and I know that publication will not be without the knowledge of Shitu. So that means Shitu and Baba Mohbad, hold on, slow down. Let me land. I'm going somewhere. So if Baba Mohbad could not authoritatively say his son died on Monday, why was that information not passed to the magistrate during the course of that coroner inquest? Why was that? Hold on, brother. Why was that information not passed across to the judge?
Please, I'm not doing facial expression. I'm not speaking. Just go now. I'm not interrupting you.
So why was that information not passed across to the judge, saying this and this and this is what the father of the victim is saying, that this boy died on Monday, not on Tuesday, because the nurse showed up on Tuesday. So if the nurse showed up on Tuesday, he did contradict my son. This boy was gone on Monday. So the big question is, why was that information not passed across to the magistrate of the coroner? That's my question.
Yes, you made me forget Susan's question. Susan, the thing is this, right? I will tell you one thing. One place where our whole power is dwell in as citizen. Our power is first of all dwell in election, in electing the right authorities, the right officials, and our power is also dwell in protests, right? Which is not easily achieved. But in election too is not easily achieved. You have to battle to get justice everywhere in the world. Fine. I don't know how much more injustice has to be done to we Nigerians before we wake up. There are so many things that are not working well in Nigeria that we're overlooking. People are dying, government, resources have been stolen. Again, Nigerians have not seen it. Right? I hope our public gets sensitized to the understanding of all this corruption and damages that is happening to all of us, and then we wake up one day and have this things change. Now to the police investigation. Police are a legal authority that is given a constitutional power this is how it is. Just because they are the masses, they are trying to correct a doctor in front of a judge. The judge will consider more credible the information of the
let me ask a question again.
Which is a doctor.
Why do you think we can sue them? Why didn't they seal the house? Why did they left everything undone? Why are they hiding the phone forensics? Can we on that? Because they didn't do any. And why are they quick to label those people in the house as a witness instead of them as suspects?
Yes, there's a process in the Police Act. The police have discretion in investigation. For example, the police can say, let me say, like in the case of Bamishi, and that Omenikoro, that driver who raped the lady, raped her, break her head, and then threw her out of the bus, right? They were able to catch the driver, but there were other people that joined in the commission of that crime, right? Police might look that, okay, we have caught one. There were other people. Should we waste our resources going after these people? Should we go that day? They have discretion in whether they are satisfied at this point of the investigation or whether they want to continue. That is up to them. Fine, petition can be put up to them. Order of mandamus can be gotten from the courts to force them to go further, but don't forget, they have discretion. They will go how far they want to go. Investigation is their birthright. It's their own pride. It's what they are the only one who knows how to do it. Let me use that language. No other person is believed to know how to.
So what you are telling us now is because Mohbad is not from a rich family, so they have a selective justice in Nigeria. That's what you are trying to say.
Sure, Nigeria, there's always been selective justice in Nigeria, but I will not say the reason why Mohbad is not getting justice is because it's not from a rich family. There are some people who come from rich family who lost his cases, like who doesn't get justice. For example, in the case of Billy Aminu, the parent of Sanders in Abuja, that lady who stabbed Aminu, like they have money. They have money, they are rich, very rich. But at the end of the day, Aminu got justice. They plus the money plus everything. The lady was sentenced to death by hanging. How about Peter Nielsen, that man that killed Mojisola here in Lagos, that Denmark man that strangulated the daughter and also strangulated the wife? Said because the wife cheated and took them to the kitchen, turned on the gas, locked the door and said that, maybe they inhale the gas and then they stumble, they break their head, whatever. But luminous investigation was done. They realized that it was the man who strangulated the lady and like maybe used sharp objects on the lady, on her neck, whatever. They were able to see blood. Even after this man had cleaned everything, there's a chemical you pour in the whole house, you switch off the light. Even if it's up to 1 year that there was blood in that place, that particular place, there will be light. It will be luminous. It will be lighting. You just switch off the light, pour chemical in every part of the house, lock everywhere, make sure there's darkness. That part that there have been blood before, that part will be white. And you cannot trace the spot that, okay, there was blood here, there was blood here. You can trace it until you will be able to speak with fact. So they were able to prove that this person, took the woman from the bedroom, dragged the woman, and there was blood throughout that part, dragged the woman to the kitchen, everything. They were able to, and then the man just accepted. He was convicted, sentenced to death by hanging. It damaged a Denmark national. So it is about how you fight. We have not fight so well in this case, irrespective of whether Mohbad is coming from a rich family or not. This family, they have morals in their midst. They are not fighting justice. My father is seeking fame. He's trying to become famous. He's trying to get whatever he can get before this justice go off. Even Buki said it, that if Baba Mohbad doesn't get enough contribution right now, if justice for Mohbad ends today right now, who will come back to come and be favoring the man or give him money? So the man must take advantage of every opportunity right now. You see? And that's why money made to investigate this case. They squander it. They squander those money. Do you think, look at every person who were interested in this case. A lot of them, they left this case. They left it. Because the family was so much about the money. Not so much about the costs. It is what you want that you get. right? If you're so much about the money, there are most, as I'm speaking to you right now, who even knows whether somebody have promised Mohbad that, okay, just be singing your song, we'll promote your song for you, okay? Don't worry, we'll handle the remaining one. Maybe in the next 3 years, 4 years, this man will become very rich, right? And they will now say that it was his music that he was singing then that make money. The same thing with Adura. Adura music is not making money, but they will just use that to show you that, hey, you think his music is not making money, but he has already got the money from compromising. Compromising. That is the game these people are playing. That's why whenever we mention any sport, we say everything. We are supposed to do 3 autopsies and have 3 different results. If one is inconclusive, we will get something. They came lying to us that it was the pathology that did the case of Sylvester Oromoni that did our case. I went to investigate it. I said, no, it was Clement Viteraya that did the case of Sylvester Oromoni. And that man get result. Unlike this one, that one, he got result, but the government was against his result. Why don't we to get a result? At least let's know what by Mohbad. Even if government is against it, we can fight with our own evidence. But right now, you have nothing to fight with. Nothing to prove. Imagine right now, if they say that, if our own result was positive, you know, that yes, we have a result, positive result, how Mohbad died, this is what killed Mohbad. We can begin to hold that who poisoned Mohbad. Let me say Baba Mohbad did autopsy, bring out poisoning. Who all of them in that house, that police, they poisoned this guy. We have our evidence. Police, where is the evidence? It's in the hand of Baba Mohbad. We will be proud then. But now if they ask, where is your evidence? We have nothing. Nothing. We are discussing group chat. The very dark man is waiting for Yabojo to come back before he continues.
There were so many circumstantial evidences that Baba never took advantage of. There were so many circumstantial evidences that the lawyer did not work on. That is what makes us angry whenever we discuss this case. We are the public, we are the front hand. We are seeing some of these evidences, but Baba never used any. The lawyer never used any. That is why we are in limbo as we are talking. Evidence, Boku, that Mohbad died in that house. Iya Mohbad said it. Yabojo said it. He died in that house before the nurse came. He died in that house. He was quiet in that house before the nurse came.
Crunchy Queen and
before the nurse came.
Crunchy Queen, and there's so much evidence that the Lagos state government messed with Mohbad toxicology and autopsy. Yeah, like there's so much evidence. So we have so much case to move on.
The whole Lagos state government. Now let Crunchy Queen hold Baba. I don't understand.
Look at these inconsistencies. Different interview, different statements. The CTC it does not even align with most of the things she's saying online. Evidence is here. Baba did not use it. The lawyer did not use it. Oh God.
Because the Lagos state was advised that they request a further deep test on Mohbad's first result of toxicology test that was sent to America. They ignore it. Why did Lagos State ignore that? Why don't they go further? Because they advise them, if you go further, we can't get a result. We will get a result of what killed Mohbad. So why didn't Lagos State government go further? See, we have quite a lot on the government. You see, if truly want to come together and fight this fight, is the Lagos State government we had to fight with. What do they know? And why do they treat the case like that? That's going to be our question to them. Because they did quite a lot for us to not achieve, or for the public to know what killed Mohbad. They did quite a lot.